Alrighty, good morning. Um, Welcome. We made it to Friday. Woohoo! So today, for the last stream of the week, I've had this image in my head of the front walkway to a house in a boulder that's split down the center. So there's a boulder on each side, and then there's the front walkway. And I think since I'm working on my world the way I am, it will probably back up towards the ocean on the other side of the house. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun to do. And like I said, I can't get it out of my head, which is usually a good sign that it's something I should make. So let's go ahead and get started. And we'll start with just, I think, let's do a landscape. Um, Landscape, and it doesn't really matter too much. We just want something to put something on it. But um, let's go with noise. Although, well, then we could maybe use that. Um, I wonder what would happen. Now let's play with some more. So we can get a better noise out of just the default. I want something that's more centered. Maybe a mountain would be better to use. Although, no, that'll work. I think we'll use this. Change my mind. So let's scale it by 2 meters. Yeah, we want enough space to play around. Let's scale it by 20. Give us a 40-meter landscape to use. And I feel like it's a little bit too vertical. So let's Z and bring it in a little bit, just a bit. And how are we feeling about it? I think it's okay. I think we're going to be looking at it from this way, and the water is going to be over here. So let's put a water plane just so we can, again, see what we're doing. And yeah, we'll bring this up. I guess the water's going to be on that side, isn't it? I was wrong. Okay. No, I don't actually think I like this landscape. Let's do a new one. Landscape. F9 to bring it up. And we're going to go with Mountain 2. And let's see. Seed 25, sure. And we're just going to set our subdivisions to 64 and 64 because we'll probably tweak it. Okay, and S20. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's more what I wanted. Bring it up a bit more. And now I'm actually going to go into, let's control A, rotation scale. Let's sculpt it a little bit. It's kind of jumping around, but that's okay. Sculpt mode. We're doing very simple sculpting here. It's not, we're just going to grab the elastic deform and bring up this side a bit and pull this out a bit. Like that. Bring that down a bit. And then I think we're going to smooth out this ridge a little bit. Basically, we're just giving ourselves kind of like a cliff. And I think we're going to apply some distortion on it eventually anyway, so it'll be okay. Let's smooth that down. There we go. Okay, back to object mode. Let's solo it, see where we're at. Okay, looks good. Yeah, I kind of doinked it up a little bit, but not bad. We're not going to erode this one, so I don't know we need to solidify it. Let's save and start going where we need to be. Live stream. Boulder house. Already created the folder because I made my reference sheets. Okay, so I pulled it up before, but I'll bring it down just to show. This is my reference that I was thinking of. So nothing terribly interesting. This one and this one and maybe this one are from that village in Portugal where they built a ton of houses in and around boulders, and I just think it's super cool looking. This is an old brutalist thing from, I believe, Italy, although it might be France. um, and then just some other stuff. Something, this is from Pinterest. I think it's actually not real. Obviously, it's somebody's art on Behance, but it looks cool. And I liked sort of the intersection of this and this for kind of doing something brutalist. I like this for maybe the front of my house. And I'm thinking something like a balcony around the back by where the water is. So that's the story behind this stuff here. Um, okay. And let's turn back on our water so we can see. And let's scale this up and GZ and bringing this down. So we're looking at something kind of like that. With our boulder going to be here, and then the house kind of coming out on this side as well. And let's check our scale by putting a person in here, because right now I'm not exactly sure how big it is. Human generator. Dude. Generate a new dude. Is that a small enough or large enough house? Do we want it a bit bigger? I think we might want our land a bit bigger. Let's finish creating them first so we can keep around. And delete his armature, delete his eyes and his teeth, delete his hair, and delete his armature modifier. Okay. So now select this, 3D cursor, and scale it up a bit just to give us more room. I think that will be more than enough size for what we're looking for. And let's Control A, rotation scale. Now, do we finish the land first so we know what we're working with, or do we start jumping in on the house? I think maybe let's do a bit more on the land first, just to make sure we're good. Let's append assets, geometry examples, terrain generator. This is such a handy thing, and it being free, I highly recommend it. Although this is the $5 version, but the free one is just as good. All right, it's auto terrainer on Gumroad. Add modifier, geometry nodes, which if you've paid attention or been around before, you've heard me talk about before. Terrain. And it's going to think for a minute because this is fairly large. There we go. And I don't think I have any notes. I think I just straight up am okay with that. I'm not going to apply it yet just in case, but that's pretty much what I was looking for. All right. So now I think the next step is the Boulder. We can make ourselves a rock, or I mean, we're going to edit whatever we do, but let's start with Polygon and Botanic and see if we can spawn ourselves a rock. It's a good boulder. I'm liking either this granite or this basalt one. They're both photo scans, which means I'm going to destroy the textures when I tweak them, so it doesn't super matter. Let's go with granite. And bring it in. And first off, it's nowhere near big enough. So let's scale it up like about that much. Maybe even a bit more. I think probably more. I'm going to, let's see, RY. I want more like that and scale it up. And 7GX and bring it out. I want it to come down here into the almost the water. That looks pretty good. I think that's about the right size. Rotation and scale. And I'm just going to apply modifiers. So it's all just one now, and I don't have to worry about it. And if we were to look at this with color right now, okay, we're going to change all that, but just to see, that's kind of the vibe. Maybe we can use the material. That would be great if we could. I kind of doubt it, but all right, let's go back to flat view. And we're going to grab erode it, and we're going to erode it. And then we're going to come over here to cuts, and we're going to give it a cut. And we're going to hope that this cut actually works where we want it to be. That's better. That's almost perfect for where I wanted it to be. Yep. And our cut fill is going to be, yeah, that's got some holes in it. We're going to break it apart anyway. So, nice. That'll work. Let's apply that. And now if we go back and look at our materials, it's going to be just straight up white again. Let's see, can we apply that granite texture that we had before? Or is it going to look all wonked out? U cube projection. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's going to work, does it? Let's check our UV. Scale. Well, we can maybe just kind of bring it in. And make it like that. I don't know if it's what we want, but let's see. We can get it onto the texture at least. Yeah, I don't hate it. We'll play with it later. Okay. So, 13 minutes in, we have ground, we have a rock. Let's save it. Now we need to make this rock wide enough out that we have a door. And so the first thing I want to do is RZ and rotate it a little bit because it doesn't matter. And then let's bring it out to more here too. Okay. Kind of liking that. Now, let's go back to flat mode. Do I kind of like it? I don't know. R point RY. Bring it up a bit just to tweak it. I like that it angles in though. Okay, sure. Tab, select this part, P by selection. So now we have two rocks that we can pull apart and make our doorway. And that was kind of what I wanted to be straight. So it kind of comes more like that. It's not I don't really want it at a huge angle. Z. Yeah. Yeah. RZ. Okay. That's okay. I like that. Now, I think we need to bring this one a little bit further out too. So we have a nice thin but nice walkway. between our two rocks. We come in, we bring our dude just to make sure he fits. I mean, you wouldn't want to be but so hefty and fit through here, but I think that'll work. Alrighty, so now let's build ourselves the structure that we want though. I think we're going to take these and bring them both back in just slightly. Yes. Then we'll build the base frame of the house. We'll just start with that with a cube, I think. And let's scale it up and bring it down. And back to like just there. And something like that. Okay, cool. Control A, rotation scale, tab, 3. G, GX, S, Shift Z. It doesn't super matter because I think this is just going to be our platform. We can come all the way out though. Do we want to? No, I think we're just going to come to right here. So we're still inside of our boulder. And there's our floor. Cool. And then solo it. 2, Control R, and solo it. That seems like a good walkway. Sure. 3, E, up. That seems like a good height for our first floor. I'm not sure how I feel about it extending beyond at this point. Let's see. No. GX. I'm just thinking about how I want it to be. Cool. That works. I really don't want this to cut into our boulder though. So I think what we're going to do is duplicate this, select it, select that, Control minus. Cool. Now we should be able to come here and apply that Boolean, tab, L, X, vertices. Cool. And now we can get rid of our cutters. We do. Delete cutters. Cool. So now our house is inside our rock area, at least to start with. I like that. And then I really liked the cylinder on the far side concept. So let's make ourselves a cylinder. And it will extend beyond this. So right here, Shift A, cylinder. I'm in edit mode. Let's make it its new object, at least to start with. And I want it to have 64 vertices and not 32 because I actually want it to be rounder than perhaps otherwise. RX90 and scale it up. And then SY and scale it out like that. And then GX and bring it in, maybe? No. No, I want to be out like that, which means I think this one, E, out to here. Okay, yep. And then scale this up slightly. Cool. Yeah, I can dig that. How do we feel about this here? Let's see. Shift G, coplanar. Let's solo this sucker. Okay, so we need to grab those ones, basically. We don't need all of them, but E7, E, G. Nope. That should be good. Okay, 7, G. There we go. It's not lining it up in a straight line, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. And then bring that down to there. And save. So that's the overall structure, I think, of our home. I'm going to have this entrance walkway here. Oh, I'm going to bring the land. Well, no, I can't. I edited it. I didn't want to edit it. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Bring that down. Not have it tweak too much. Let's see. It's going to be slow. I was thinking. I know. That looks okay. I think I am going to apply this geometry node when I get out of here now, just so I can make last minute tweaks to it without going through all this every time. For fine tuning. Yeah. Okay. Control A, apply it. Meh. Okay, because now we can come through and we can sculpt it a little bit. Just use the sculpt mode. I think it'd be faster. And bring this up. And I want to bring this up in line with our walkway a bit more. So it's just like that. Okay, so it's just a tiny little lip. Is there anything else I want to change? That? No, I think we're good there. Okay. So we need a front door here. Control R, 2, no. Soul sucker. Oh, we got all those weird faces, so it's why. 2, 7. Did it split it? Tab. Yes, it did. Okay, 1. Because now we can just be like, heh heh. K, Y, C. No. K, X, C. I always want to limit it to. There we go. Cool. That gives us that. And we're not. Oh, so much for that. Okay, Seth. Can't do that. Okay, but we do want to start here. Let's see. So that, no. We'll just eyeball it. Bug it. Okay. 1K. That to there. That's our center line, but this one I do want tied to Z. My house not even? Is my roof flat? My roof should be flat. Yeah. Okay. I may have to move this rock a little more. Let's see. GC, GX. Okay, tab 2, Control R, there. Okay. Control bevel. Well, that's all right. GG. GG. There. There is our doorway. It's a relatively narrow doorway, but should be okay. I'm good with that. And now, let's see. Let's just solo this because I want a 7. And then K. I want to create that roughly the same. It doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah, roughly the same width for a walkway. Looks good to me. So yeah, there's our primary walkway, our doorway, and let's see, this one, this one, this one. Can we bevel these? Yep. And we still have enough room to go a little bit bigger. Good. 3, turn off those. 3, yes. And E, bring it out slightly. 0.025. That's an inch. Yep. Okay. Cool. Let's save. Alrighty then. So we've just been kind of laying in the base forms. We'll get there, I promise. We're gonna do some interesting things. I hope. I think it'd be neat. First step. I'm just going to take this section and extend it down a well. Maybe not. How do we want to do that? Let's bring these up a bit, but not far, like 2 inches. Now, I was thinking I want gravel on this walkway here. And I could use vertex stuff and all that, but I'm just going to separate it into its own object because now I can add a geo scatter to it very easily, and I don't have to worry about this part of the object has this and this part of the object has that. It's its own object. It's fine. Select it. Okay, and we need some pebbles. And I think we had some good ones in Botanic. Rocks. Do we have a pebble? Rock pebble. So we're going to select all those and scatter from browser selection. And we just want a lot of them. And scatter the assets. Are we upside down? No? Okay, we just need a lot more of them. Distribution. Times 2, times 2, times. Maybe not quite that many. We don't want more than we need, but we want as many as we need. Let's see what we got. Maybe one more. Okay. So we have a nice pebble walkway now. And I know I'm jumping around, but that's okay. And save. And let's take a look at our reference, see if we see anything cool we want to do. I think we might want to take this object, tab 2. Can we bevel that sucker? Control B, bevel. Do it a lot. Does it get weird? Gets a little weird because of that. Let's undo. Can we just X, get rid of that vertex? Dissolve the edge rather? Yes, okay, looks like we can. Now, can we bevel that? Not still. Let's just look at the solo. I'm causing myself problems by having this edge be all fud up like this here. By cutting it, I did not do myself any favors. Is it too late to go back and fix it? It might be. I think it is. So when all else fails, X, bring this back in a lot. I think the rest should be underneath that, right? Into the rock. Let's go back to see. Yeah. Can I create a cylinder? Do the same kind of thing I did before. And bring it, first off, no. Let's get rid of the cylinder. Mesh cylinder. But this time I only want to have 32, maybe even 16. I think 16. Yes, RX90. It's a pain dealing around these rocks, but we got to do what we got to do. Forward. And then SX. Bring it in. Now, SY. Scale it out. Just want to create sort of an interesting edge to this thing. And GZ, we're going to fix it. Don't you worry. Okay. Select those two. Solo them. Now, let's see. Tab O and connect it only. And GX. There we go. We have now faked good geometry. That is not good geometry. Do not listen to me. And let's just 3 E, no, E, G, X. I actually like it. I didn't mean to, but I had proportional on, but that's kind of cool. That's sort of what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, so it goes to this neat kind of thing there. That's cool. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Do we want to start getting some materials on this stuff so we can see what it's doing? Maybe. Maybe we do. Okay, well, before we do that, let's edit this sucker. Control A, rotation scale, just to make sure. And Select both. Inset. And actually, let's not even inset. Alt-E. Normal is just a bit more. Cool. Let's outset first. At the outset, let's outset. I just want to Alt-E, external normals. Bring it up a bit. Just give it a lip. Then we can select this and this. Now we'll inset it. And bring it in just a bit. Cool. Something like that. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the, you can't see, but one of the cylindrical reference pictures that I had to try to come up with some ideas there. And I like that. And I think we'll take this, let's edit again. Grab this face. That seems a good, yep. Is it flat? Did I actually get the flat one? No. EGX. Now it's flat. There we go. Create a little bit of a balcony. And maybe we'll bevel these edges here. Round them down quite a bit. Let's say edge count at 8's probably good. All right. Cool. I'm good with that. And now let's see, Control R. And I'm going to try not to screw up the geometry on this one if I can. Control B. Bring it down to just 2. And we'll make it pretty wide, 0.75. So it's like 1.5 meters wide door. But it's going to be like our grand patio door, so that's okay. And let's select. Piss off. That one and Control Bevel, and let's make them 0.05. It's actually quite large, maybe 2 inches, 4 inches? Yeah, 4 inches sounds fine. That's all right. So that's our loop for a doorway. And then we can select, say, let's bring our dude out so we can see for scale. Dude. There we go. X. GZ. And we're good. It's kind of low. Well, it's not the world's highest ceiling, is it? Let's S Shift Y. That's better. Sure. I'm okay with this. Yep, it doesn't matter to me. I don't mind it being a little bit bigger on the platform either. Okay, cool. So now let's bring him more over to our center. Yeah, there we go. And we want our door to go from here to here. Yeah. All right. So let's take this one. Control Bevel. And also 0.05. Okay. Only no. Control B. Yeah. 0.05. the whole thing so that we can grab 3, this to here, to here, to here, and Alt-E, offset 0.05. Okay, and then this from here to here, select them all. Take it in minus 0.05. Okay, so that's our doorway to our platform. Let's start materializing things. We're going to give it a concrete material to start with. We'll just go with, which one do we want to use? We don't have grunge concrete. Might be a little too liney, but we'll see how it feels. It's thinking, ugh. Yeah, that's a little too broken up for me. Let's just go with a more simple concrete to start with. We can always change it. And we'll go grab one from KitOps. We use their dirty concrete, which is nowhere near as dirty as my dirty concrete. Cool. And then here, this, and this. I'm gonna add a new material, assign it, and we'll grab the big, medium, small glass window. Just because. We're gonna have to tweak into that because I don't necessarily want to be able to see inside. I certainly don't want to be able to see like that into here. But in fact, maybe just for starting, we'll use my fake glass. It still has some in there, doesn't it? I thought that was solid. Yeah, well, whatever. We'll figure it out. All right. And I think we want to make the door the same color. And down to here. And assign. Cool. And back over here on the far side, let's take this thing and we'll join it together with that thing, that monstrosity, and we'll make it a dirty or concrete. CW dirty concrete. Cool. And let's make this thing also CW dirty concrete. How we doing? Looks like we doing all right. Let's grab our house. Just the front entrance foyer part of our house. Edit it and tab. 3333. II. Inset. Let's see. E. No. Alt-E. Normals. And just a little bit. 0.0125. No. Minus 0.0125. Okay. Then let us inset again. 0.0125. And then Alt-E along normals minus 0.0125. And then assign that to our scratch dirty glass. So we got some glass on the front area coming in. What do we want the door to look like? Do we want to Star Wars it up a little bit? I think maybe we do. Z6. Okay, let's Star Wars that sucker up just a bit. W's, can we subdivide it? Yes, we can. Okay, cool. And then we can Control R, subdivide that. And Control R, subdivide that. And Control R, subdivide that. Now I can K from here to here to here. And K from here to here to here. Right? Yep. If I select those, just those, can we bevel them without messing up too much? Yeah, I think we can. And then we can take these. Let's bevel again. Let's 3 Shift G coplanar, Shift hide everything else just to get it out of our way. Okay, now K from here, no, to here, to here, and Control bevel. I don't care if it's a bit bigger than the other ones. That's fine. And then 3. And E. Bring it out. Cool. And then maybe 3 I, single I this time. And E minus 0.0125, since we've established that as our kind of thing. I 0.0125, and then E minus 0.0125. And then assign that to glass. And it's kind of a neat looking door. And L, deselect the glass, plus assign. Let's give the door a different color. We'll go with grunge yellow for right now. Why not? And Alt hide, and that, and Z8. We have a door, but you can't really see it because it's dark down there. Let's create a sunlight so we can get a bit more view into things. Light, sun. RY. Can you see more now? A bit. It's still blocking though. There we go. Right? Yeah, okay. Cool. Cool. Liking that. Yeah, that's looking cool. Getting an interesting starting point on that. Let's save. It's been a while. So, over here, do we want some more interesting? Yeah, I think we do. Let's look. I just want to solo this sucker again now, make our lives easier. and tab. And cool, we do have, and actually, just for make my life even easier right now, because it should be mirrored. Yes, it is. So now I don't have to worry about it so much. And I can Control R, add an edge loop. 3, 1, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And I'm just gonna, I don't remember. B. I'll go from here to there. I don't want those. Just couldn't remember exactly how wide something should be. I don't want those. As long as I have the first and the last, I don't care really. Those are the only ones I want selected. Yes. Then I can go E and come out. Okay. I like that. A little bit of a window shade. We bevel it. Don't need to do all the way around. That's just overkill. 2. Select those. Control B. Bevel them slightly-ish. Yeah, cool. That's got us that. And then do we want another platform on the top? We could do that. That could be kind of neat. So if we select, let's see, I don't want it to be as thick though. Let's go to this one, Control R. No, this one, dot. Control R. Cool. And 3, we select that one. We just want from here to here though. Right? Yep. In fact, let's inset it just a little bit. Thickness 0.025, just so it's a little bit in from that. Then EGX, out like that. Like to there, sounds good. SX0, right? SX0. Okay, cool. Straighten that edge out. And let's mirror our beveling from before. So select this one. Yep, Control bevel. And we want 8, right? And that mirrors it reasonably well. Need a bit more distance. I like that. Okay, so we got a platform there and a platform there. Cool. And turn off our soloing on it. That's looking right. And what do we want to do? That's an interesting question. 54 minutes. Okay. Do we want to connect the second level out? I don't think we do. I think we just want to be actually reached from here, which is a bit weird, but I think it's how we're going to do it. I do think we want to put a window here, though. So the sucker, tab it, 3. Okay, 2. Okay, yeah. And KY. Just to give me an idea. And I think I can. 3 face poke faces. Do I want to? Give us a whole bunch. Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. I'm just going to put a window here, but we're going to make a fake window. Shift S2. Yeah, even that's not right. Shift A. Mesh. Cylinder. We're going to make this one 64 again. RY90. Okay. RY90. Scale it down. Bring it over. And SX. Bring it in. Up a bit. Control A, rotation and scale. And let's join it to that. Just to get all of our materials there. Because now we can get that. I inset E minus 0.0125. Sure. You guys know where we're going with this. I 0.0125. And then E minus 0.0125. And then assign that. And now we have a window in the top. And I am liking it. I think we're getting somewhere. Cool. This window is a little bit superfluous, but it's the kind of thing, and if there was a prefab space in our ship they're using for this, that could be okay too. So, like, I'm all right with that. It's fine. It's fine. Bit of tech gack now? Is that where we're at now? No, I think I want to build us some, I want some supports for this. Let's turn off our water. Wherever it was, there it is. Okay, and go back here. And I'm just going to use some kit bash here just for time. Polish up agreeables, kit objects, trim sheet. And structural elements. And I like these parts. They're kind of neat. I think. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Alt R, RY90, no, RY minus 90, RZ90. Gosh, I am a Canadian now. Scale it down a bit. GZ. And I like it there. That's fine. Actually, let's bring it in there a bit and then out a bit. And then let's solo it, edit it here. To Control R. Can I get, yeah, can I get one? 3. Shift hide, everything but that. All right. W subdivide? No, I can't. It's an n-gon. Okay. Face, poke faces. That we can do. 1. Okay. Q, circle, 3, E. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Let's see, what does it give me if I give the whole thing? Alt hide. Nope, good. All right, fine. But I want to just grab this. Control plus 3, X, dissolve edges. No, well, sure, actually. E. Great. I just wanted to give it that. I want E and GY. I want to keep it straight too. I don't want to go down. There we go. And dot and Shift S2, tab, come back out, rotate on 3D cursor. Now let's angle it back. Kind of make it cool. Like that. Okay. And then select that and mirror it. And bring back our water, which is not what our water is going to look like, but okay. Cool. So now we have and we look like I think I'm gonna go with my yellow instead. I like my yellow better, as I have said. It's grungier. It is way grungier. And that's fine with me for the purposes of what we're doing here. I think that that works. I'm quite pleased with it. Okay. So now, do we want to do any other cool structural elements? Guardrails. We do want to do some guardrails, but I think we're just going to make our own. Just so we can get it correct. Let's do that now. Close the area, just give me more room. Tab 2. No. This way. Okay. E, G, Z. To there, sure. Why not? All right. And then Control R. We'll add a second loop there. And then Control R. We won't do that yet. Control R. Okay, fine. 3. Select that P selection. Tab. Now, can we come through and edit this sucker? Tab 2. Control R. Yes. Add a few more of those. That seems about right. All right. Now, Control R. Good. Now we can do it. Add a loop there. And feeling like that's okay for our handrail. That's my classic basic handrail, right? I think it's okay. Just like that. And yeah, we'll start making this one. We'll do it in several parts. Q, curve extract. And let's just see what we got on our geometry. I often seem to go in the wrong direction. 0.05. Did I not grab the whole thing? Okay, let's just delete that. There we go. Tap. What? Okay, that's that. I don't have the curve yet. Let's just get rid of the curve. There we go. Now back to this thing. Tab. All the way. Why does I not want to go to there? Does it have a mirror on. Yes, let's apply that just so we can see what we're doing with tab. Okay, now I do have the whole thing selected. That was good. All right, Q, curve extract. Width, again, bevel depth, 0.05. Okay, so there's our first one. Hey, it's quite big, 0.025. Yeah, 2-inch. Yeah, 2-inch seems fine. Well, no, 0.04. We'll do that. Okay, now select this one. Q, curve extract, 0.02, half, right? Okay. Then this one, A, solo, unselect this, and Q, curve extract, and we'll go with 0.02 again. And unsolo, and just get rid of this because I don't want glass on it. And there we have our railing. And we can make the same railing up on top too if we want to. That seems kind of reasonable. Let's do that. Let's see how long these things are. What's our height on them? Z 1.162. Okay. Or no, Z basically 1 meter. Tab 2. All right. I'll E1. GZ. And 1.02 is the same one. Let's just go to 1. There we go. EZ of 1. I like it. And okay, sure. And then 3 and P selection. And let's apply that curve again. Edit 2, 2, and 2. And that'll be interesting. We'll have a, I don't know why we want to have it doubled like that. Could be neat. Sure. There we go. So first we'll select this one, Q, curve extract, and distance of 0.04. Then tab, and this one, Q, curve extract, distance of 0.02. And this one, A, solo it, deselect that, deselect that, deselect that, Q, curve extract, also 0.02. Solo it, or unsolo it, delete the original, and we have railing. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, like me railings? They're looking good. We at 109. Man, I'm losing time hard today. Not keeping up here. Let's see if we can grab all that. Add object, convert to mesh, and then join it all together into just railings, and then select our yellow. And then tab A, U, Q projection, just to give it a UV map. And where are we at? What do we see? Cool. Looking good, looking good. I think I might want to take this window that I made here, Control L, select it, duplicate it, separate it, tab. Let's see if we can just use our window now. Oh, come on. I duplicated it, didn't I? Yeah. GX. I did. Yes, 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 yes. GZ. Scale it. Individual origins. Scale it. Oh. Object, set origin, origin to center of mass volume. Scale it up. Thank you. Bastard thing. It doesn't matter which side. I'm going to mirror it. Bring it out. Dot. And tab. 3. E. Extrude it in. Looks good. Tab. Mirror it. Save. Okay. So we're continuing our house structure build. I'm liking it. I think we want some kind of a light here coming in just to give us a bit of warmth too. It's a dark space, but let's kind of light do we want to use? I could see if I can repurpose Ian's versus just reusing it again all the time. Ian Hubert, grunge, rubber grills, antennas, and that beacon. Alt R. Let's come into it. RZ90. And I want to make sure it's high enough up that, let's see. Want to bring our dude back out? Where's our dude? Object, set origin, 3D cursor. Object, set origin, geometry to origin. There's our dude. And that seems a good height for a door light. And shading. Ew, Eevee. Is our color? Yeah, I don't really want it to be as red as this. So I'm going to try hue, saturation value. And so we change our saturation to like 0.1. And didn't change much. Where's our lighting for this? This is not the emitting one. Is this the emitting one? No. I forget how he did this. Beacon on. No, that's not the emitting. Tab 3. Select. Hide. And no. So how is he getting emission out of this thing? I forget. Okay. I'm wasting time here. I apologize, but tab, because it does light. That's beacon on. And material 2, no. Let's just scroll down our materials. There's a light. And I feel like it should be this one, but it is not. Beacon, nor is it that one. Nor is it this one, which I wouldn't expect it to be. Nor that one. Nor that one. We're getting some old materials here. Where is he? How is it doing? How is it doing it? There we go. Beacon on. Emission color. White. And can I do a temp? Shift A, search temp, not texture. What's the so way to get a in lights? What do they call it for color temperature? There's a thing with it. You can do color like this, or you can do input. Texture. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Texture. Nah, screw it. It doesn't matter. Just going to make it a little bit warmer. There we go. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I will leave that. It was up above. I didn't even notice. How silly of me. Okay. Got a light there. And let's see, can we Alt D GX bring it in so it's like there too? And then we would need to GY mount it back on our rock again. And I think I want them both just a little bit higher. Then we want to Alt D and medium point RZ180. No, that should be good. Yeah, RZ180. Yes. GX. No, GY. And then we'll line that one up. And then we'll line that one up. Okay. So we got some lights coming to our front now. I'm still not totally digging. This is not exactly what I was trying to get out of it, but it's close. I don't know, we might just do a rock texture instead, but I just like the idea. I also don't think, I think in retrospect, we don't need nearly this much land. So let's cut it down. On our land, 7, Shift A, mesh, cube, scale, way up. Layout, 7. Just, let's see, scale, sure. come into like here, I think. And that, control minus. And then apply that. And then where's my cutter? 7 G G and again. Okay. Looking good, looking good, looking good. And yeah, apply it. And I'm gonna add some plants and stuff to it, but I may do that after the stream. You guys have seen me do this a bunch now. It's just gonna be putting it in and then adjusting the height on it again and again and again. I like how wavy do I want my water? Let's try it. Ocean. Depth is going to be just 10 meters. And wave scale is going to be 0.1. Bring it back up to about there. Is that where we wanted it? And a bit higher. Like there. That's where we had it, right? I think so. Why is it? Oh, Control A, rotation scale. Thank you. It's like, what's going on? My scale is huge, but that's why. Take it to 3. Because I based it on the plane that was big before, it stayed big. Let's see, height's good. Yeah, maybe a bit higher. Take it to there. And resolution, I'm just gonna take it to like 15. I think that's a good amount. And then I think this time I am going to apply it so that I can edit it. Not even A, let's see. Q, operators, or modifier, add a modifier, solidify. Let's see how deep we got it. Got the modifier right? No. Q, solidify. There we go. Thickness, let's go with 12. Will that take us down? No. 15, 20. That'll take us down. Give us what we need. Control A, apply it. Now we can give this a material. And we can see which one we want to try. First off, let's try the high frequency foam that has a bit of displacement. See how we feel about it. I don't hate that. I think that will work for this one. I do think, though, we need to come in here and edit this sucker. And how we want to do it. tab, Control R. Does it go all the way around? No. 1, 3. 1, 2. Select that one. Alt Z. And this one. F. B, just to make sure it doesn't mess with me. F. Okay, there we go. So now we got a floor across there. And select it. P, make its own object just so I can deal with it better. Grab my floor. Solo that. Okay, tab. 7. And no, that won't work. Will it work? No, we don't want to do it that way. We'll still leave it separate like that, but we're going to need to do the sucker. Tab. And we want to go Control R. Cool. And then F. Create a line inside. I think it did. Let's see. We still, damn it. No, I know what I'm gonna do. Even dumber, I think. Let's solo this again. And yeah. Cool. It's a simple object. Let's duplicate it. And select our water. And Control minus. And let's see. And on the water, I have to go with exact. And fault tolerant. Or no, it's because I have stuff inside of it, right? Let's see. No, it should be. No. Piss off. I may just not care. I'm trying to get rid of the water on the inside, because the house clearly should not have water on the inside. But I don't know that I'm going to mess with it too much right now. I might play with it when I'm adding texture stuff to here. Unfortunately, I didn't get quite as far as I was hoping I would on this one. Cutters. Let's delete the hierarchy. I was hoping I'd get a little more into this, but it's not awful. We're okay. Let's give ourselves a little bit of tech bits. Medium, small, Greebles, kit object. Let's give us an antenna. On the rock, sure. GZ. No. Scale. GZ. Something like that. There, sure. There's that boy. And then, excuse me, radars. I just enjoy these. Here, Alt R, scale it down. RZ90, RZ180. Looks good. Looks good. Cool. Let's give it a bit of something. And yeah, I just don't feel 100% great about this one, to be honest, but it's not awful. I should probably be less hard on myself. 3. I'm going to take this face and inset it just slightly. And E down just slightly. Give that a lip. And I feel like I want this top one to be a different material than the rest. So like I don't want it to be concrete. I want it to be piss off. Okay, and shift hide. I'm just gonna get rid of it this way. Alt Z, B, hide. Oh, so just that. Okay. A, add a new material, assign, alt hide. Make sure we're good. And let's see. Okay, yes, it is a different material now. And try the classic. Sci-fi standard. Select U cube projection. I feel like that's a little too big. Let's make our panels R90 and scale it down. Like that. That's certainly dirtier, but yeah, I think we can live with that. I'm not sure I want that one. Let's see. Here. That. Yeah, it's okay. We'll call that for right now anyway. All right. So yeah, I think we're to the end of our time, and I haven't seen anybody pop up to talk, so I don't think I'm cutting anybody off. But if you're here, thank you. And I hope this is interesting. If you watched it later, you can see me struggle through some of these things. I do like how the rock turned out. I like to cut on that. I think the house is getting to be where I want it to be. Just might need a little bit more love. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna finish up here. I'll post the final images up on socials. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back Monday morning, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time again to do another one. Okay, thanks, folks. Have a great weekend. All right, bye bye.